What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Verse Crypto channel for another awesome live stream. Today, we're going to be talking about all things TitanX. As most of you guys know, TitanX has an ecosystem boom. We've seen altcoins launching on top of it. We're seeing a lot of excitement. We're seeing new utility. And we also see Jake putting out some weird encrypted messages about Hyper and Shogun. But we're going to get into that in another live stream. Today, we're going to be talking about a project that I've been hearing so much information about. The name of that project is Titan Blaze and Titan Wars. And also, I got a special treat. I got two of the project developers and team leaders that are going to join me on this live stream today. So I want to welcome to the stage Ally Kane and my boy Justin. What's up, guys? How we doing today?
Hey man, how's it going?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Hey, going good, man. You know, crypto's blowing up. Bitcoin's at 52K. Green candles, everybody's friends again. I mean, what do you guys think about all this?
not green candles and TitanX today. Everyone's freaking out.
Yeah, man. You know, man, there's like a big sale the other night, and I had everyone tagging me, and they're like, "Kris, what's going on? What's going on?" I'm just like, bro, it's crypto, man. I mean, this happens, you know. So
I was just thinking about that. Like, if you're going to get worried about a 10-20% dip, you're not in the right place.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
TitanX is like 111 days old, and it's just got the chart doesn't tell the whole story, right? By any means. And look at the buy burns, look at the ETH payout pools. Forget about it. I mean, step back and get a different perspective if you're gonna fruit fly out so soon. So that's my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And, you know, absolutely. You know, you got to have that long-term mindset. You know, there's so many coins that will go down 50% one day and then they go up to like 200% the next day. So, like I said, long-term mindset. I know you guys know about this. I just hope everyone else who watches these videos understands this as well. Now,
you got to imagine most people that are here in crypto now kind of get it.
Right. And we got retail coming in now. Well, not now, but in the future, once we start to see things start to blow up, retail is going to be coming in. Now, let's get in and learn a little bit about both you guys. I'm really curious. Start off with Ally, then going over to Justin. What's your background, and when did you first get into cryptocurrency?
Okay, well, look, I'm a kind of Irish businessman. I'm 40, nearly 45 years old, and I've been running my own businesses for a long time. And I only got into crypto in May 2021. Bought Bitcoin at $53 or something, thinking it was a good move. But yeah, look, I have an obsessive personality. When I like something, I fucking go for it, and it becomes my obsession. So that's crypto. Once I got the call a couple of years ago, buy this coin, that was it. You know, once I started looking, that's nearly 3 years ago, and I love it more now. Crypto and the whole Pulsechain hex ecosystem, I'm loving it over there. And yeah, just at the tail end of last year, I kind of got fed up watching the charts and decided that the time's right. I've learned enough. I've got enough experience. I know enough, and I feel confident enough to actually start building. So I started building my own projects to contribute to the ecosystem that I love. You know, obviously Pulsechain. I'm over working on ETH with TitanX and stuff, but I wanted to start building and participating more and adding more value to the ecosystems and communities that I love. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to add value and create.
Wow. Great story. And hey, man, I see a lot of videos of you all over social media. I see you really engaging with people. You sound like a people person. I think you're in the right place, man. So
just another thing as well, if people want to look back, so where I come up with the idea, we'll get into it. Where I come up with the idea for Titan Wars, sort of Pulse Wars, was that for about the last 10 years, I was running online calisthenics and fitness competitions in Ireland. So we had this really engaged community having these fun online annual games. And I kind of ended up combining that with the other thing that I love, crypto, to come up with this idea. I wanted to create projects that I don't want to just create just another coin. I want to be involved in projects that are me and that I enjoy selling, talking about. And it's not just something that I build for the sake of it.
I gotcha. Awesome. What about you, Justin? What's your background? When did you first get into crypto?
Well, so my background, I'm from the Carolinas. I'm 44. I grew up in Georgia, Atlanta. Went to the Art Institute of Atlanta. And I'm a graphic designer for 20 some years now, a visual artist as well. I'm an advanced EMT. I have my own business for 23 years throughout the Southeast as well. I got into crypto in about 2021. I mean, I knew about crypto ever since Wire magazine threw it out there on the first day. I was reading about it and looking at Bitcoin, going, the dark web's going to crush me if I get involved in this stuff. There's no way I'm touching this yet, but I wish I would have, right? Just like everybody else. So I started buying coins, going in and out of some of the main coins, that everybody does when they first start. Not getting into DeFi until a little bit later down the road. I continued some of my education. I've got a blockchain economics and digital asset certification from Wharton Business School. I've got a business in the metaverse certification from Wharton Business School. I really love augmented reality type of stuff that's coming, and I love DeFi, and I love no admin keys, and I like protocols that run on just code, just protocols. Just put it out there and participate if you want.
Yeah,
that's what
Man,
we're doing.
I didn't even know all that stuff about you. Holy shit!
yeah, man.
There's more.
Yeah, man. See, this is why I love asking people about their background, because you find the most interesting things. For example, you said you got a degree in the metaverse, or
so Wharton Business School, where Elon Musk graduated, FYI, by the way, they were the first ones to put out some certification classes for economics of blockchain and digital assets, which are very unique. And so I participated in that, and I achieved that. And then they also had a business in the metaverse, which was really, really interesting certification that I got there as well. So just basically the Web3 space. And what that means from my perspective, there's not a real definition of that, but what it is complete encapsulation or engulfing of technology in our lives, and not necessarily sitting in front of a 2D screen, but just around us in a digital airspace. So I like digital airspace, NFTs and stuff like that too. So that's about 5 years away. I wouldn't, that's not coming right now, but that's a vision. So it's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Matrix confirmed. That's for sure. I'm just joking.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much.
So awesome, guys. So thank you for your introduction. Now, the next thing I need to ask both of you, TitanX has been gaining a lot of traction. We've seen it all over social media. People love it. People hate it. All I gotta say is some of the best projects I like are the people that hate it the most. In your opinion, what attracted you to TitanX, and why did you choose to develop multiple protocols on top of it? We'll start with you, Ally.
Well, obviously, being involved in the mastermind, we spent a lot of time. The Jake's mastermind started off with everybody talking about coins. A big part of the value within the mastermind wasn't just the chats with Jake. Biggest part of the value for me was all the people that we met in there, and over time, the conversation turned away from it kind of being a mastermind to the people who stuck around within it, helping to create Titan. So we spent, like, honestly, I was just pulling out a message about a week ago of like the first time Jake, the original idea was like this sort of fancy meme coin, like this fancy Titan dragon meme coin. So we were participated in discussing this twice a week for me since last March. So when the protocol came to launch, we were obviously going to get involved in it. We knew a lot of the things that were going to work. It turned out to be better than we expected. And when it turned out to be better than expected, like anything, we all knew that it needs protocols to be built on it. It needs good protocols to be built on it. I'm not saying it can't survive on its own, but it's not built to survive on its own. So whenever we seen how well it was getting adopted and how well it was doing, once I heard a couple of the guys talking about building on it, I was straight in. As soon as I heard it's happening, I was straight in. I want to contribute. I want to add and see where we can take it. So that's why we're in building on. That's why I'm in building on TitanX. I think there's the potential there for the ecosystem to evolve into something really, really good. And I want to be a part of it.
Right. Interesting. Yeah. And to just to add to what you said, the launchpad component of TitanX is what makes it superiorly different from anything else I've seen, because VC funds, a lot of these vesting rounds, a lot of these pre-sales have been a huge topic of conversation. What we saw with Satoshi VM was absolutely crazy. And I don't necessarily think it was the team's fault. I think it was mainly the launchpad's fault. But ultimately, we need another solution to this while also adding fair launch principles. And I think that's what we're getting with TitanX. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, TitanX, I should have run through some of the details of it. Here we are, 111th day since birth. 28 million in the B1 and B2 buy and burn, almost 11 million in the rewards payouts for Ethereum. We have Hyper, Shogun, Blaze, Helios, KingX, TitanX Marketplace, meme coin culture's already started. So all this is going to reduce the supply and burn the supply of TitanX, which is the goal. And TitanX, I see TitanX as like a key coin into these other ecosystems. And as Ethereum rises and Jake designed TitanX, where the miners you get less. I mean, it'll create a natural cap on the supply, in my opinion. And we're in the hyperinflation stage right now. It's obvious. And when these things come into play and get released, it might flip very fast, very fast. So people that are selling, that's okay. Everybody has their prerogative. This is, fair crypto in a sense. It's not a fair launch, but you're making a mistake, and that is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and all this can nuke to zero, and that's all I have to say about that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Now, let's get into the meat and the cheese. Let's give the people what they want. So, I see you guys all over Twitter. I see Titan Wars and I see Titan Blaze. When I jump in your protocol, it's like, wow, you guys got a lot going on. Now, the first protocol that I'm really excited to talk about, let's do a quick screen share. It's Titan Wars. Now, with Titan Wars, talk to me like I'm 5. What is this project protocol, and what's the main goal behind it?
Okay, so just to give a little bit of background, I've been building this project called Pulse Wars over on Pulsechain for the last 4 months. Like I said to you, but backstage there, Kris, with being after seeing the success of Titan's launch, I saw the opportunity to rebrand this game and create a version of it for the TitanX community and ecosystem. It's such a simple concept, but it's built for fun and community engagement. Okay, so simply put, it's an NFT battle game. There's 16,384 NFTs start the game. They all start the game with a fictional $10,000, and they get assigned. Each NFT gets assigned 4 coins. The game lasts for 280 days. And all the NFTs go into a battle league. And where their position in the league is dictated by the fictional crypto portfolio that the owner of the NFT manages. And at the end of each 20-day round, the bottom half of the league gets eliminated. So as we go through 14 rounds, we work all the way down. After 280 days, 14 rounds of battle, there'll be 1 NFT left at the very end. That NFT will win 350 billion TitanX.
Wow, that's impressive. So you pick 4 fictional coins, you make a portfolio, and based on that portfolio you make, it's the best, highest performing one, depending on who you're up against through the NFT system. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so there's kind of 4 different classes, and each have their own kind of style and strengths. Now, there's 16,000, over 16,000 NFTs enter, but it's like, kind of think of it a little bit like a poker tournament payout. If you get through 5 rounds, you make it into the prize pools. Okay, so look, the 4 classes, there's Titans who will get in their portfolio of 4 coins. They'll get 2 TitanX ecosystem coins, and the other 2 will be randomly generated from the list that we have in the game.
Okay. So 2 TitanX eco. So when you're trying to select the coins you want for your portfolio, are they just like coins that are like Avalanche, Ethereum, and Binance Smart Chain?
Yeah, so there's a list of 30 coins that are in the game.
Okay.
And there's four of the four classes of NFT. Each class gets two different to start, and two other random coins from the list. Then every round you get the chance to trade some of those coins if you want for others that are on the list. Okay, so within the game we can't allow every coin because we need to build it into our own game site and our own game data. As we go through the bull run, we can introduce new coins into the game. If there's new coins come in within the TitanX ecosystem, we can add those into the game as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the four classes, if you kind of scroll down now, the Titans get 2 TitanX coins. The Samurai get they will get wrapped Pulse and Hex to start off with. The Dragons will get Bitcoin and ETH to start off with. And the last ones, the Aliens, will get 2 meme coins in their portfolio. So the other 2 that each one will get will be randomly selected from the list of 30. Now, there's another little thing built in.
Right.
The different classes, you've got the Titans can make 4 trades per round, and the Aliens can make 1 trade per round. So technically, the Titans are a little bit stronger because you can make 4 trades within each round.
Okay. So why do the Titans have that advantage over the Aliens? What was the logic behind that?
The logic behind that is basically to create. So most NFT collections have have rarity as their attributes. These to make certain things stronger in the game. Obviously, people might prefer to get Titans because they have TitanX ecosystem coins. If your style of play would be to do more trades, if you think you're a better trader, you would maybe want to get your hands on a Titan so that you can trade more and be more active in the game. If you're not too bothered and you think that you'll do better off with doing 1 trade per round, you might prefer to like hold maybe a couple of Aliens in your NFT collection.
Gotcha.
So if you want to be more involved, try and get a Titan. Then you've got more trades per round. You might have more choice of performing your NFT performing better in the game. Now, within each class, there are 22 diamond NFTs, and we'll get into that down the line. The diamond NFTs, there's only 88 in the whole game, and they will get you into the Blaze Protocols Diamond Club, which gives you exclusive access to our sort of longest or furthest away Ethereum reward pool.
Gotcha. Okay. So basically you got this NFT game, has some game theory, got people excited about it, and I think it can potentially be a great way to market projects, especially when we start to see the bull run, because I can't tell you how many meme coins are going to pop up, any really cool protocols. I'm always on the hunt with my boys, Adam and Gooey God, for the next theme to 100x or 1000x. So I like this theory and like this approach.
This is completely different as well. Look, the prize pool. So the prize pool will have 1 trillion Titan in it. That's going to get split between 500 people. The winner will get the biggest share, 35%. The second place will get 20%. And as you go down, like even if you get into the semifinals, you get about 600 million, something like 6 billion. If you bring it up there, it'll show you the actual payout pools. It's in prize pools and burn functions.
Gotcha.
So there's it there. So you get into round 6, it's 136 million back, and as you go down through the rounds, the kind of payout you get doubles as you go through round 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, quarterfinal, semifinal. So the prizes get pretty damn huge as you get towards the end. If Titan does a 10, 20, 30x, these prizes are in the millions of dollars.
Yeah. Bare minimum.
Yeah.
Wow.
The game theory behind it is the game is designed to start off slow and hype as we go through the bull run. Get less people, more prizes, bigger prizes.
Gotcha.
And it could be a total noob that buys an NFT and wins everything by not even doing anything. So So it's not made for this, intense engagement all the time, although you can. But I mean, it's really fair. I mean, it's going to be somebody's going to walk away with a life-changing experience potentially by the bull run from this.
Absolutely. No, I love this play out, and I think the big thing that I love about Titan Wars is nothing like this has really been done before in its own way as like an NFT project utility. And so you guys got a first mover advantage. And I could potentially see people try to copy this format because I do see what you guys are creating, and I do see the value you're adding to it to TitanX. Now, the next thing I want to get into a little bit about the distribution of sales revenue.
Yep.
So just break this down for anybody who doesn't know, like what's the where all these funds are going to be going to.
Okay, so 50% goes straight into the prize pools. Yeah,
Right.
that goes to fund all the prizes. 22% of the funds go straight to the TitanX burn address, and 4% will go to that. We're actually, there's another thing we have coming down the line is the Diamond Club meme coin. We're not giving any details away about that yet, but 4% of the revenue for this will go to a meme coin that will be airdropped to the Diamond Club members, and 24% goes to game development and expenses.
Gotcha. Okay. Now for the TitanX burn address, 22% sent to that. So are you talking about when a project comes on, burns TitanX, then they receive that payout? Is that the address you're talking about?
Yeah, the TitanX burn address. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is that just to keep supporting project development on top of TitanX? Is that the main goal?
Well, that'll get burnt out of existence.
Oh,
Yeah.
burnt. Oh,
Yeah.
burnt. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misread that, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry.
So the
Okay.
NFTs are burning TitanX as well. So in addition to the things Ally just mentioned.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Now, my next question is: we go through the TitanX wars at the end of 280 days. I know you're talking about game development or whatnot. Will you guys be planning on launching an extension to continue this NFT narrative? What's the roadmap as for after the game?
Okay, so there's kind of two things here, right? We want the main game to be just do it, enjoy it, and everybody that wins, brilliant, happy days. We don't have anything planned beyond that. However, there are additional, the NFTs are what we call dynamic NFTs. If there's hype from the community, we can build more functions and features into the NFTs. For example, we could create other mini games. Like say we wanted to create something where you had you can give a badge to an NFT. If somebody comes in the first 10 in round one, you could create a battle where everybody, all the top 10 places of each round could get entered into a new battle that could be the new game. So there's endless possibilities of where it can go. There is additional in-game revenue that will be used to fund payouts. So there is fees for trading within the game. If all that will go to pay people in other games that are NFTs that are eliminated from the game.
Gotcha.
That already adds a lot more utility. Once you're eliminated from the game, there'll be other things for you to do with your NFT. Then what happens on the end, we're not sure of just yet.
Okay. Dang, man. I love you guys' approach. I never heard anything like this when it comes to adding this NFT game style. I really do think that adding this utility behind NFTs gives it a great use case because most of the NFTs I've seen, pixelated images of monkeys or some sort of weird ad revenue ETF sharing thing that never really works out. So hey, I commend you guys for what you're doing, and the one thing I will say is I will be a part of this NFT thing. I will mention NFT and I will play with you guys. This is gonna be fun.
Can I just say, I want to say something. Just I know I don't want to get into Pulse Wars, okay? But where this whole idea came from, and we don't have this in TitanX or Titan Wars because the community and the ecosystem isn't large enough yet. But over on Pulsechain, what I did with this game, it's the first game ever that yes, it has its own 10,000 Pulse Wars NFTs, but it allows holders of 12 other collections of NFTs that already exist on Pulsechain to come in and play the game with their NFTs. And I've tried to pick collaborations with different subsections of the Hex and Pulsechain ecosystem to kind of bring the communities together rather than having people with their NFTs over here doing nothing. So the whole idea was to add utility to what already exists out there as well. So I just want to let people know that was kind of a big idea of where the game came from.
Gotcha. So to also add to that, I got a few questions I want to post up on the screen. So Adam said, if you're able to get lucky and mint the Diamond Blaze NFT within the wars and lose the game, do you lose your diamond status?
No, you don't. You keep the diamond NFT. The thing about, okay, so if you look at the Diamond Club, there are 3 ways to get into the Blaze Diamond Club, and most of them, there's the minting of NFTs is one. You got to mint 28 NFTs and hold them. So it's about $3,000, maybe a little less at today's prices. You've got to mint 28 and hold them. I can't remember the exact length of time.
365 days. Yeah, you got to have them for 365 days, right?
Well, you got to hold them all the way to the
at the end of the game. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so there's another way to get in is buying or having Blaze staked, a certain number of Blaze staked, but those ones are kind of going to be locked. And after that, the only way to get into the Diamond Club will be by buying or getting hold of one of these diamond NFTs. They'll be able to be traded to try and gain access to the Diamond Club.
Yeah, so the way you can get into the Diamond Club is 28 NFTs, like Ali said, by the time the game's over with. And if you're lucky enough to mint one of the special diamond NFTs, and also you have to max stake Blaze, 4,000 Blaze tokens for 365 days, and that's where I was going with that. And that's the 3 categories. And plus, you can acquire a diamond NFT on the secondary market too. And as the bull run proceeds, I mean, God only knows what those things could go for if people are in the high, if their NFT is winning. So
yeah,
if anybody mints a diamond, don't let that baby go.
Yeah, from an investor standpoint, the secondary market, especially in a bull market, is going to be crazy. You're gonna see some insane price evaluations. I've seen
Okay, this is the thing that kills me, right? When it comes to degeneracy, say there's 16 NFTs at the end, and one of them has a chance of winning. Let's say on the downside, Titan does a 10x, and there's a possibility that the winning NFT is worth 3.6 or $4 million. How much does a DGen pay for a chance to win that? If it's got a 1 in 16 chance of winning, the trades in these things could be fucking insane.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I think the secondary market is going to absolutely blow up. Actually, speaking of that, when you trade those NFTs, is there a tax or anything on them? Does the protocol receive like a secondary tax when they're bought and sold between holders?
Okay, so the fees, there's an 8% fee. Yeah, sorry, hold on. What am I thinking? It's the in-game trading gets split the exact same way as the money that comes in from the sales. The secondary market sales, there's an 8% tax that goes to the team.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So if you think about that, when things start going crazy, the degens come out, that 8% tax can go a very long way. So I love the approach. I think it's cool protocol. Now let's see. We got one more question. Time Wars and Time Blaze are the same project. Yes, that is correct. And let's see. We got anything else. All right. Now let's talk about Time Blaze. This is an interesting project because I see some similar components to another project that I think we're all familiar with, but I'm really excited to jump into it, talk about the tokenomics, and it could be a really great project to look at. So give us a brief breakdown. What is Titan Blaze for anyone who doesn't know?
All right. Well, Titan Blaze it's a new approach, right? So DBZen, we liked their auction approach, right? And that's one of the only things that we carried over was the auction approach. So to acquire Titan Blaze, there will be daily auctions that start at 8,888 tokens available per day that decrease at a deflationary rate daily. I think it's 1.44% daily. And so to mint Titan Blaze, or to actually participate in the auctions, you need 50% TitanX and 50% of Ethereum. All right. And so in a 24-hour period, however much you put in, is what your share at the end of the 24-hour period will be distributed to you in the claim function on the DApp. So everyone will get something. It's not like you can be outbid or anything like that. Everyone will be able to acquire the Blaze tokens. Basically, one of the things that we felt was important is to form the liquidity pool. So this is very important. So the first 72 hours of the Blaze auctions will be the formation of the liquidity pool, excuse me. So when the liquidity pool acquires 30K of TitanX, it'll be paired with 15,000 Blaze, is it 15 or 14, Ally?
14,000.
14,000 Blaze tokens, and that will go into a Uniswap V3 pool. So there'll be some trading going on, and once after the 72-hour period is over with, everyone who has participated in the auction, they will receive their tokens per their allocation. And then after that, it's every 24 hours, the end of that, people receive their tokens after that. So that's how the liquidity pool is formed. And it's going to be kind of crazy in Uniswap to watch what goes on. So the token starting price is going to be approximately $2.18 for a Blaze token.
Wow. Great. Yeah. Good stuff. And thanks for the explanation. Now, let's get a little bit into the tokenomics model. So I gotta do some comparisons with DBZen because that sets the baseline for what you guys are doing this project since they're so similar. Now, what inspired you to create a similar project to DBZen?
Well, it burned so much Zen. It burned the most Zen out of all the other protocols that were launched on Zen so far. And that was kind of our inspiration because we saw that. But one of the main things that we thought that could be improved is that the stakes weren't locked, and that caused a lot of dumping, and a lot of people not committed to the protocol. So
created a thing where the first in did the best, and that's going to be that can be any protocol, but that was a real bad thing in that project.
Yeah. And go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, so we've remedied that, so to earn the Ethereum yield, that we have 3 payout pools, not counting the exclusive 888 Blaze Diamond pool. So we have an 8-day payout pool of Ethereum, we have an 88-day payout pool of Ethereum, as well as a 288-day payout pool of Ethereum. And you can stake your tokens, your Blaze tokens, or you can hold them liquid. But if you choose to stake them to receive the rewards, you have to stake from 88 days to 2,088 days to be eligible for those, to your share of the prize pool. And one really unique thing, and this is, you might have heard this, but Jay came up with this and helped us, with some of the finalizing the tokenomics, is that, people who stake initially in a lot of protocols like Hex and whatnot, the initial stakers, I mean, they had all of the ranking, and it was obvious that it didn't incentivize people down the road to keep staking. So what we've done is, in simple words, you can come in later into the protocol with less Blaze tokens and still receive a similar share of the rewards pool by decreasing the percentage of the share pool rewards as time goes on. So it's kind of like 2 sliding boards coming into each other, from the tail end. So trying to make it fair for everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, let's unpack some of that stuff. That was a lot of information, but first and foremost, great explanation. So that was actually going to be my next question. Talk about the DBZen price performance, because one thing that I remember was DBZen launch, there was a lot of hype behind that project. Everybody was going crazy. Stakers were earning massive ETH yield, and then it basically came in and then died off. Do you think that doing a time lock stake with the Blaze token will fix what we originally saw with the launch of DBZen?
Yes.
Okay.
Ally, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, but there's more to it as well, because we've got a, you know, the buy and burn that we'll have built in is obviously going to help that as well. Look, people locking them. The Thank You Richard Heart token absolutely pumped when it launched. And why did it pump? Because everybody was locked in staking. And it had, I think, about a 30-day lock. We've got an 88-day lock. 88 days is a pretty damn long time in crypto. And if the rewards are juicy, and we expect them to be juicy and big enough, but if the reward pools are big enough, people are going to want to lock that up. Locking all that up is that's a lot of tokens locked up for a long time. And if we have we've got like a massive buy and burn to buy our token to help with the price appreciation as well. So there's a lot of factors at play, and I think we can do a better job of protecting our chart.
I mean, we're burning Blaze
Yeah,
as well. Yeah, burning Blaze as well as TitanX. You know, so if it weren't for the lock stakes and not really burning DBZen, that would have been a home run all the way. And it was at first for the people who were involved at first, but we want people to be able to come in at a later stage and still benefit, you know, and still be able to participate without and have a return. You know, I mean, that's a fact. So
okay, yeah, no,
yeah.
awesome explanation. I like the breakdown. The thing I like about Titan Blaze is you guys you guys looked at what happened with a former project, and you said, okay, how can we make this better in a really hot ecosystem that a lot of people are clinging on to? And so my original thoughts is the way you guys are setting up, it actually incentivizes people down the road to come in, and also people to participate at the beginning. Now, getting in, one of my big questions I want to ask you about is the token supply emission. So you say you start off with 8,888 tokens. It decreases by 0.08% every single day. So it's like a linear curve going down. What we saw with TitanX and what we're seeing with other project protocols is they do an exponential curve going down. Why did you guys decide to do a linear deflationary model instead of an exponential model?
Ally, do you want to take that one, or do you?
Yeah, just because again, you get this thing where people in early get too much. You know, we're trying to create something that is a little bit fair. The system can't really, not saying it can't be, but we try to create something that can't be gamed by the whales just as much. A whale in the system can't come in with a shitload of money at the start and take over. He's got to keep participating. He's got to, you know, it just keeps it hopefully a little bit fair for a little bit longer.
Yeah, and that's really it. I mean, we're trying to prevent people from gaming the system to where they can take advantage of other users, and that's never going to be a foolproof thing. Period. Right? You're always, I mean, when the liquidity pool fills up and they can buy on market, but at the beginning and for a certain amount of time, we've made it that way. So you can't acquire as many tokens as just right off the bat as most protocols allow you to.
Great approach. I do agree, and that's the thing that concerns me a little bit with TitanX. It's one of my favorite protocols, but the people got on day one have a superior advantage over everyone who comes on there on after that. But I do believe that, you know, we do need to have benevolent wills. We do need to have people that have been in the system for a very long time. So when I was looking at that, I was trying to conceptualize and think about it. I see that it's a double-edged sword. There's a benefit for either side, but I think for what you guys are doing, a linear emissions would definitely be the best approach. Now, let's get into this concept of token auctions. Not a lot of people like it. We've seen some protocols try it, didn't work out. What do you guys think is the advantage of using the auction pool for the Time Blaze token?
I think it keeps people engaged, you know, and there's only 11 million tokens, Blaze tokens, that'll ever be, you know, created. The fact that that's a huge thing, and the Ethereum yield going into the bull market, people are gonna. If you think Ethereum's going down, right? You're probably not thinking right. So with us being able to pay out these Ethereum yields, and I think people are going to be really engaged in the auctions, and it just keeps constant engagement. That's important. We have the game, we have Titan Wars, and we have daily auctions, and we're going to be doing streams talking about Titan Wars, how it's mixing in with Blaze and everything, and just trying to keep users engaged. Not that's one of the main things.
It's another little
Ally,
thing that with the auctions every day, Kris. Again, you keep your eye on them. There'll be opportunities where there's days where people are putting less money in, and that's your opportunity to seize your chance to get more tokens. So that's why we think that's why we love the auction approach, is it has that game effect, of the whole thing, the game theory effect of additional to the protocol.
Gotcha. Awesome.
yeah,
Cool.
I mean, you could get lucky. There might be two people that on a lazy Sunday 6 months down the road from now, they just nobody else is doing anything, and they split the entire token supply because everybody's sleeping, and so it gives an incredible opportunity for folks to possibly create wealth.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I think the auctions, great for competition, create a lot of community engagement. Anything with engagement is always a positive. Now, shout out to the Time Blaze account. Thank you for hosting us, Kris. Great questions. Ally and Justin, you're the boys. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. And they also wanted to throw out there, auctions create healthy competition, which I just stole from them. I'll throw that out there as well. So it was a great comment. So awesome. Now, getting to the fees, deflationary, the TitanX ecosystem. Not only are you guys launching projects, we saw Dragon X, we're seeing Helios, we're seeing a lot of other project protocols. What do you think Time Blaze so do you think Time Blaze is designed to go from hyperinflationary to hyperdeflationary, just like TitanX and its counterparts?
Well, it's got a capped supply that goes out. It comes out over, is it 12 years, something like that?
I think it's either 12 or 15, Ally. It's one of the two, So, I mean, we're burning our own tokens daily too. So it is absolutely deflationary. We're basically, we're locking up Titan, 92% of the TitanX that comes into the protocol goes into the TitanX and Blaze liquidity pool and burns Blaze. Okay, so we're eliminating the only 11 million supply as every day that goes by. So yeah, it is definitely a deflationary token as well.
Absolutely. And then also on top of that, you mentioned earlier you're utilizing the versions 3 Uniswap pool. So how I see it is you have tokens being a time lock stake, you have burn fees being produced from the auction that's being used to buy up the TitanX token. So it's adding that buy pressure to TitanX, burning off the Time Blaze token, and then also through the version 3 pool, you're burning fees as well. So you have multiple entries that add deflationary pressure to the Time Blaze token. So I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Well,
Especially,
it's going to take a lot of TitanX off the market. So there's anybody that comes into the auction, half TitanX, half ETH. 92% of the TitanX that comes into us will go into our liquidity pool to buy and burn Blaze. It's a massive amount of buy pressure on our own token every day. Now there's a few other mechanics in there to kind of keep the amount, how the buy and burn works nice and fair. But there's a lot of Titan coming off the market to go into that, locked up in that pool to pump up the price, hopefully, or hold the price of our own token.
Yeah, and go ahead, Ben.
And one of the things also from the LP fees from the Uniswap pools, those are going to burn TitanX too. So everything that happens in Uniswap, that's going to be sent over to burn TitanX as well. And it is actually, I just got corrected by one of our guys. It's 18 years is when the total supply of the Blaze tokens will be.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So 18 years down the road. Gotcha. Cool. Now, the next thing I want to ask you guys about, this really popped up on the burn paper that really caught my interest. You had a section called the strategic Ethereum allocation for TitanX purchase. Can you please explain your plan to support the TitanX ecosystem when we reach day 280? And I'll bring it up right here.
Yeah, that's that's the secret sauce right there. Just to help
let me find it.
I think it was under.
Let me find it.
Let me see where it's at in the white paper here. Yeah, so it's under buy and burn. Just scroll down a little bit.
I got you right here. Right here. This thing right here. This thing caught my eye right off the bat right here. So you say on the 280 day, 4% of Ethereum is allocated to purchasing TitanX. That day set to release right around 11 trillion TitanX. TitanBlaze will play a crucial role, superhero, by supporting the stabilizing the TitanX. We will join forces, actively participate in this event with enthusiasm. So getting into this, what we got up our sleeves, gentlemen? You got something. You're holding out on me.
Well, we decided to take the Ethereum that comes in the protocol because we had this spike. Mike Dean created these incredible Dune analytics, and it's showing this wall, right, of TitanX coming out on the day 280 from the launch, and we want to be able to help TitanX eliminate some of that supply. And using Ethereum, and the value of Ethereum by that time period will be substantial. So we will be able to allocate those funds to eliminate probably half of that wall that's going to come out of that TitanX. And we hope some other people join in on us as well, right? So some other things. So that's what that's for. And then after that, the key to that after that is that's going to stop, right? So that's not going to reset. We're not going to keep adding up to the next 280 because there's not going to be another day 280 of supply release. But there will be that 4% of Ethereum that is still allocated, and that's going to go to burn TitanX in place. So it's not going to be TitanX burning TitanX, and it's going to be Ethereum, burning TitanX after it's already increased in value as it's doing right now. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. No, I love the approach. I think that's gonna be August 4th, 2024, if I'm correct. When that happens, go ahead.
It might not be that exact day on the 280. It might be like 281, 285, 29. It's gonna be right in that realm. So that's just so just for what it's worth.
Well, we're thinking it might be best. So if you imagine every day, 4% of the Ethereum that comes into our protocol will get locked into this pool that we'll activate after day 280. But we're thinking if we let the price dump, try to see if the price dumps, then the 4%, that massive pot of Ethereum will have a much more effect if the price is low. So it's kind of like, okay, let everyone do their sell off, let the market do what it's going to do, and then put those funds to work.
Wow. I love it. And the reason why day 280 is so important is because that's going to be the highest amount of TitanX we ever see hit the market. And we are going to be very, very close to what I call my coin phrase, the inflection point, where we go from hyperinflationary to hyper deflationary. So it's going to be a very big event for not only you guys, it's going to be a great big event for all of us. And it's going to be interesting to see how TitanX performs on top of all these altcoins being launched on top of TitanX. I'm curious. I want to know both your opinions. Ally and Justin, what do you think could happen to TitanX?
Difficult.
What's up?
Don't ask me to say anything bad about anybody.
I got you.
Go ahead, Kris. What's up?
Yeah, so I'm really, really curious. On day 280, what are some things you expect to happen with TitanX and the entire ecosystem with this amount of tokens coming out? You see a lot of volatility, a lot of inflation. Like, what's your thoughts? And you don't have to get into price action.
First thought is that okay, it is a pretty long way away. There are a lot of things that can happen within the ecosystem before we get there. You know, we're going to have Jake's own projects. We're going to have our project. I think we're going to have a massive effect on supply and what's happening within the ecosystem. I think there's a lot to happen before we get to day 280. I'm not saying that supply is still going to come out, but maybe by that time, Kris, there could be things that people really want to use their TitanX for. There might be, God knows what's going to come out between now and the next, whatever it is, 170 days. That's a long time in crypto. So I don't know.
I got you. What about you, Justin?
I think most of it's going to be burned. I mean, that's kind of how the precedent has been set for a lot of these protocols, is eliminating the supply of TitanX. And serious builders know that. And we're serious builders, and there are some very other serious builders out there. And Jake also has the V1. You know, we have $10 million of Ethereum sitting in V1. What's he going to do with that? I don't know. Probably something like what we're talking about right now. I mean, that's something that there's no expectations of, but you know, Jake is this is his baby, you know, and he wants it to grow. So, and we're going to help him do that, and so are the rest of the people in there. And one other thing, you know, about our burns is the TitanX. It's going to be coming in. It's just worth noting, and I'm just reading this because from Crypto Kindness, we don't do math in public, right? I learned that one from him. He says, right? So each day, you know, so 40 to, or it's going to be set at incremental rates, and I'm sure you saw this in the white paper. It's not going to be XYZ number of burns each day. We can't let people know that because they're going to game the system, and we don't want that, so it stays fair. So it's going to be 40 to 80% with a max amount of $2,000 worth of TitanX every 8 minutes, and that's going to be the max amount. And whatever's left over at the end of the month, we don't know what that burial is going to be yet, based off some of the devs, you know, and some of these things that will progress. But that's going to go to like a massive bonfire burn, we're calling it, at the end of every month. So hopefully that'll pump some of the pricing as well.
He's got a little smile on his face there. Did you know about the bonfire parties?
That was actually one of my questions, and you guys are so smart. You actually you front ran one of my questions. So but no, but
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that I think that's really a great approach. I'm glad you brought that up because the thing about these burn events is I noticed that whales have been notorious for front running certain things, and there's another protocol on Pulsechain. I won't mention it specifically, but when they would do burns of this token, we saw whales start to dump. So I really like that you guys set up a cap system so that it helps out with deflation. It supports the little guy, and you don't have to worry about any crazy price manipulation. So
we just don't want to give everybody exit liquidity, right? Like at the exact known time. So and we want to keep it fair. And this is, you know, we have some big math brains in the group, and these are some of the things they came up with.
Absolutely. Now the next thing I really want to ask you guys, when I come over here to some of these numbers, you guys know I love numerology and astrology, and when I saw your white paper, I started tweaking a little bit. You know, I'm seeing 888, 288. Look at this. I go over to your brand right here, right? So orange, when you add it up in gematria, equals 33. Black equals 11. 33 plus 11 equals 44. 4 plus 4 equals 8. What's going on, guys? Is this a glitch in the matrix? Talk to me.
That was not planned. Everything you just said about that logo. That is organic.
What's you telling that for?
No, because the stars. I'll tell you why. Because the stars are aligned, and that's why, you know, natural, organic development. I love it.
Yeah, well, you know, long story short, you know, I love seeing the numbers stuff. Was that built off of what Jake did with TitanX?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, we played into that narrative. You know, the whole TitanX ecosystem seems to be built around this number 8 narrative. So yeah, we've tried to continue that on and use those numbers to build out, you know, things that we think will work around those numbers.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know, I definitely love all the numerology. I'm obsessed with astrology. I'm known as the crypto numerologist guy. So I won't freak you guys out with all the stuff I get into. But ultimately, I like the approach. The numbers look great. And you know, especially when people start coming in and seeing all this stuff, they're like, especially like the new retail traders, they're gonna be like, why does every TitanX protocol have 280 on every single page? Like, I guarantee you there's gonna be so many questions about that. And I think it's awesome. So
It's a
one
great
go
narrative.
ahead.
Yeah, it's a great narrative, you know, that and it's a great and it's real. And Jake put it in there and we're gonna keep it going. So that's what we decided to do.
Yeah, you know, actually a funny story. I haven't told this story much on live stream about me and Jake, and this is the reason why he followed me before he launched TitanX. So he started posting numbers 8, 288, 369. He posted a dragon, and then he posted the TitanX logo. And he kept posting. Everybody's like, what the hell are you posting, dude? And so I said, you know what? I'm going to live stream. I want to talk about it. I went to every single number, and he looked at it. He's like, dang, dude, you hit it right on the ball. And that's when he followed me. So me and Jake had this numerology astrology connection. So so
That's cool.
funny story. Yeah, and also shout out to Ahmed, CA $20. Thank you for the super chat. I'm not sure if you wanted to ask a question, but Ahmed, if you have a question, you want me to ask something, leave it down in the chat. Don't feel like you have to do another super chat. So cool. Awesome guys. Well, like I said, we cover a lot of really great stuff. Oh, and we talked about the Blaze Diamond Club, right? In the beginning, right? I think that
Yes,
might be the last one we
a
had to talk
little bit
about.
more, a little bit more detail on that because you can get into it by minting 28 NFTs and holding them for 888 days. That will get you access. What's the number of what's the percentage of the ETH that goes into the Diamond Club?
I think it's 6% is the percentage of Ethereum that
Yeah,
goes
sorry.
in
So
there, I
all
believe.
6% of all the Ethereum goes into the
Yeah.
888 day pool. So it could be huge if we get good adoption. There could be a hell of a lot of ETH in that pool. 3 ways to get into it: mint 28 NFTs and hold them right up until you get to that pool. The other way is to hold one of those diamond NFTs on day 888, so you can buy and trade those. And then the other way is to acquire 4,000 Blaze tokens and stake them for the max length.
Awesome. Awesome. That's good stuff.
So
Yeah.
if you imagine, Chris, one of those. So if you each way to get in gets you one ticket. If there's 100 tickets, you get 100 share of the pool. Does that make sense?
Yes. Makes sense. Makes sense. And also, guys, before we jump into this, I got a big announcement and I got a little treat for both of you guys. So you heard it here first. My boy Rags to Riches, he actually started his own network where he brought on a bunch of people to talk about different projects from Pulsechain to TitanX to whatever. I got brought on as one of the guys to get into the TitanX ecosystem. And he just announced that he launched my new video on TitanX and TitanX altcoins. And guess what project I featured in that video?
Hopefully
Blaze
ours.
Yes,
and
sir.
Wars.
I put on
Thank
time Blaze.
you.
So if you
Thank
guys
you,
want to go
man.
check it out, I did a little
No,
bit of
for
a
sure.
breakdown. Very, very brief, but it's a really, really great video. And hey, if you get a chance, please follow my boy Rax Riches.
Yeah.
Really humble guy, really nice dude. A lot more mature than I am. So definitely good stuff. So just want
I've
to throw
been
that
ta-
out
I've
there.
been I've been tagging him in my Pulse Wars NFT stuff. So hopefully he knows about Pulse Wars.
Oh,
Yeah,
he probably does now.
we'll spread the word on social for him too. You know, we'll tag him and retweet some stuff and do all that, get the algorithms going for you guys. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So that was actually a big announcement. I was waiting for Rags to get his stuff out, but this is just for everyone in the community. From now on, I'll be doing one video a week on Rags to Riches network called R2R. I'm gonna be mainly getting into what's going on with TitanX and the ecosystem. Sometimes when there's any new news, I'll be covering other stuff, but I really want to dive more so in into this ecosystem, cover new altcoin projects launching on top of it. And I covered Titan Blaze in that video. I covered Helios and then I also cover Dragon X. So those are the 3 altcoins, and a lot of people on Pulsechain are going to see it, and I'm really excited. And shout out to all the founders and creators like yourselves. So,
Man, do you mind if I ask you? Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sup? Talk to me.
I'm just wondering because, like, why did you pick the TitanX ecosystem? You know, what brought you into it, or what, you know, why did you want to cover it so much?
Yeah. So need a little water. So here's the thing. I'm actually an engineer, and I do civil and coastal engineering. And the thing that makes me really happy is learning. I love to learn. I'm not big. I like to make money and stuff and play sports, but I really enjoy learning. That's what got me into crypto. Now, the reason why I like TitanX was that astrology numerology connection I had with Jake, but also he sent me the white paper before it launched. And I went through and I read through it 11 times. And when I went through and looked at it right around the 10th time, that's when I realized there's something special here. And I saw what he's trying to create. And so that's why I said, hey, man, right when you launch that white paper, come on live stream. I'm going to be the first one to cover you. And we're going to talk about this. So that the main thing was I saw the vision. I saw what he was creating. And it was a invasive technology that was meant to disrupt the entire cryptocurrency industry. And that's the type of project I want. The second reason is a lot of people got pissed off and started attacking me. And so when they attack me, I fight back twice as harder. So I kept covering it just to piss them off. So that's the other reason.
You know, again, you gotta be honest. Like, I'm trying, you know, I was kind of, you know, thinking, should I be crossing both communities or both games? And it's like, you know what? You just gotta say fuck it and do your own thing.
Yeah. I mean, we're all diversified. I mean, cryptographic currencies, I mean, digital assets, these are the future, you know, and there's more than one, and you have to diversify and you have to get involved, and you can't be a hater, man. We're not haters, and that anybody that's a hater, you know, you got no room for that. So, you know, we're growing legs, and we'll be running soon. So it's on.
Yeah, man. And the other thing I also want to say is, like, TitanX isn't about me. It's not necessarily about developers. It's about the great community out there. You guys always show support. Every project that comes on and build, the first thing you guys do is you actually go and research and you look at what they're creating. You don't necessarily like FUD it off the bat. And so what I like about the TitanX community is there's a lot of really educated people. There's a lot of you get that family-like sense. And that's the biggest thing I'm betting on in this next bull market. And that's why I think this project's going to do well, because we have a really, really great community. And also on top of that, we got great developers. And then the last thing is we got idiots like me screaming on a mic all day on live stream. So it all works out in the end.
and Kris, for what it's worth, you know, we're shooting for the Bitcoin halving to launch. All right. But software takes time. And depending on the audits, which we're getting multiple audits, you know, that most likely will determine if we make that day. But that is our goal. And if something changes, we will be letting you know and everyone know ahead of time. There's no gray areas when it comes to that. It's a fair launch. It's a set time. Everybody's going to know about it. No smoke and mirror bull crap. So
absolutely.
I mean, there was another thing, sorry, that just, you know, whenever we decided to come up with this, there was a kind of like at the start, there was like almost this, right? You know, we need to get this out, we need to get this out, we need to get this out. Obviously, we're going to do it right and take our time. But it's starting to feel now that if waiting a month or two, or, you know, having something like a big project like ours coming out within the ecosystem, it's going to have all this hype over the next month or two. There's so much going to happen in the next 2 months. And it would be nice then if there's a little bit of a lull, and then we can come out with our project, you know, let everything else, let all the dust settle and see where things fall, maybe see what's some of the things that are working, some of the things that aren't working. So we don't all need to be trying to get everything out really, really quick.
Yeah, we're not rushing. I mean, it's gonna be it's organic, you know. So we want organic, you know. So it's good.
Yeah. And I think the big thing is, you know, this stuff takes time, no rush. And I know you guys are trying to get out before that day 280 event, which is going to be one of the most important days in TitanX history. So how I see it is, as long as you guys get out before August and get everything rock and rolling, we'll be good to go. And you got that awesome fund set up to help support the community. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you guys for doing that, because I think that's gonna be really important. And also on top of that, I do think it could potentially set a new standard. No peer pressure on other projects. I just want to highlight that's a really great idea, and I commend you guys for trying to add more value to the community. So,
well, thanks, man, and thank you for your time and having us on. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. And let's just go through some questions and comments real quick. I'm god awful at putting these up on live stream because we were always talking.
I can't see them, so God knows what people are saying. So interested in hearing.
Yep. So our boy Adam.
Somebody tell Bad Sports to shut up for a second. Give somebody else a chance.
My man. Hey, shout out to Smooth and Crypto. Really great dude. Great live streamer. If you guys get a chance, please follow him on Twitter. Please follow him on YouTube. Did a live stream with them, and we need to do another live stream again, man. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. I've been messing up this week. I keep forgetting stuff. I need to get like a digital tracking chip on my wrist just so it can remind me of stuff. That was a joke. I wasn't being serious.
Don't say that, right? No, I'm just kidding. The mark of the beast is coming, brother. Watch out.
There you go. Yeah. Guys on YouTube later be like, what are these guys talking about?
It'll be way before August. My God, I mean, the world would have to end for us not a long for it to come out that late. So it's this. We have top devs, top teams. I mean, these guys are rock solid, and this is coming. So it's not
absolutely. So sup, the boys are back in town. Shout out to whoever's running the Time Blaze account. Charles said, I've known Justin for a long time. Very smart guy. Awesome.
He's an OG hexagon right there. OG. Yep.
Cola 3D, Blaze, and King X will change the rules to TitanX. Absolutely. Shout out to Adam. Thank you for the love and support. Willie B. Long, 33, favorite number. F the FUD and the hate us. I can't do the B Roots impersonation. Hate us. I can't do it. But TitanX will melt faces. I couldn't agree more, man. So
he's a big community participant in the official TitanX Telegram, since a long time, Willie B. So thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, I love him. He always comes on live stream, says really great stuff, man. So I'll always have good habit. Smooth and Crypto, appreciate you, man. Always appreciate the good comments. Shout out to my boy Goo God. You guys get a chance, follow him on Twitter. He is the alien meme coin lord. That guy finds a new alien meme coin every single week. Absolutely love him. It's awesome.
You're gonna have to get in and get some of our alien NFTs then.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're sick.
Yeah, bro. I'll probably pitch it over to him because he's definitely gonna be interested in that, especially with your game theory, your token setup. So what's up, Orion? It's always good to see you, my brother. Good stuff. All right. And then what's up, Bad Sports? Good to see you, man. Always good to see you in the chat.
Yeah, brother. Thanks for being there.
All right. Let's see. Anybody new? Let's see. I want to make sure I get everybody. When will the Blaze auction be released? I think we covered that close to the Bitcoin halving, correct?
Yeah, hopefully. That's our goal. Based off, I think the project will be finished, but based off audits, that's the key, right? So what comes back, we have to remedy, and hopefully it won't be much, if anything.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, and then shout out to Frosty Dog. It's always good to see you, my man. Always love it. Let's see what else. Man, we got a lot of comments here. All right. He said, post it on my YouTube and Twitter. To the R2R folks, keep up the good work, folks. I appreciate your rags. Yeah, when you guys
thanks very much, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
and anyone viewing this, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, man.
No, I'm making a note about him right now. I know some of the guys already know about it, but we're gonna make sure that we help.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and if you guys get a chance, I'm gonna retweet and post it out. The more you guys retweet and post out the video, the more people will learn about the protocols that not only we talk about on this live stream, but I've also talked on past live streams, and spreading the word's important. Let's see what else we got. Landscraper, good to see you, brother. Always good to have you in the chat. Utah Crypto, what's up, man? Diamond Club is fire. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So cool, guys. All right. Well, I think we got everything else covered. Is there anything else, any final comments or anything you want to say before we log on off here, off the live stream?
Couple of things just I want to actually just let people know that there's something actually quite interesting that we've noticed the last few days. The NFT, all the NFT posts and the Titan Wars stuff. If you look at the engagement that we're getting on Twitter, it's a lot of new NFT people that it's not a lot of green rings. A lot of the ecosystem and the engagement in coins. It's all people from within the ecosystem. We think we're actually getting some new faces coming in and seeing the TitanX ecosystem because of the NFT stuff that we're building. It's just something that we noticed yesterday and thought it was interesting to notice. There's so much detail in our white papers. We've only skimmed the surface of the actual game theory and the real detail of the numbers. If anybody has any questions, come into the Titan Blaze Telegram and ask. You know, we're very active in there and engaging with the community, and the guys that are in there answering the questions are a hell of a lot smarter than I am.
There's 8 of us, you know, so we are spread across different time zones across the world. So we are always going to be most likely available to answer questions and whatnot.
Okay, good stuff. And just my final thoughts on your project protocols. I love what you guys are creating, and I love how you're integrating Titan Blaze with Pulse Wars, with Titan Wars. And I think what you guys will do is add this gamified component that TitanX really needs, because believe it or not, people like games. I don't understand it. I don't play video games, but I know a lot of kids that are obsessed with Fortnite and all these games I don't understand. And I think your NFT collection is the first approach to it, and I can definitely see something being built down the road that highlights that. So I do commend you guys for all your hard work. And when we start to get a little bit closer to that launch, or if you guys ever want to come back on and talk some more Titan Blaze, Pulse Wars, Titan Wars, open invitation anytime, guys. So definitely thank you so much.
Hey, and thank you, Kris. And last comment I'm going to make is, you know, everything we talk about from our perspective from Titan Blaze is not financial advice, and it could all nuke to zero, you know, so we don't even know how this stuff works. And
I don't think any NFT that I've ever bought is worth more than I paid for it.
Well, you know, for what it's worth too, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, houses are going to be NFTs on a blockchain, cars are going to be on a blockchain. You know, it's just a whole myriad. It's not just JPEGs. There's a huge misconception of where that technology is going because of the distributed ledger technology on blockchain. So that's yet to come, but we're getting there.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
And
thanks.
Yeah, man. And you know, real world assets is going to be a big thing, but we definitely have another live stream talk about that, because it seems like you know a lot about that. So, like I said, guys, check out Titan Blaze on their Twitter. What's the Titan Blaze Twitter?
It's at Titan Blaze Win.
At Titan Blaze Win.
At Titan Blaze Win in our Telegram. We have links to the Telegram on there as well, and our website, we have a link tree too in the Telegram pinned, so you can go see, you know, hit the link tree that's pinned, and then you can you know, we got the YouTube channel, we got everything on there. So.
Okay. And I also have that link tree down in the description below, so if you guys want to check it out and hit all that stuff, check it out. And like I said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.
Thanks very much.